it was a Super Bowl flag that they put up next to the last one. So it's, but anyways, the guys all stayed out for it. Fans were involved with it, and Mitch Holtis and did a great job with doing the announcing part of it. Anyways, with that, time's yours.
Let's go to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing good, Sam. Thanks.
Obviously, this was an atypical training camp, and you're such a routine guy. You guys put so much work into trying to make this work, even though it was going to be different. How would you grade how this played out compared to what you wanted to get out of it?
Yeah, I came out, well, today's kind of really the last, I guess, official day of training camp for us. We'll start regular practices here next week as far as the schedule goes. So, listen, I thought it went smooth. We had a good plan for it, and we were able to get the stuff in that we needed on both sides of the ball and special teams. So I felt I came out of it feeling pretty good. We're relatively healthy, and we'll be ready to go.
Let's go to Robert Rimson. Go ahead, Robert.
Hey, Coach. So 2020 has been kind of a rough year for everybody. Seems like every day a different icon is passing away, coronavirus, et cetera, et cetera. I was just wondering if you had any words of encouragement for the people to try and get them through what's been a tough year.
Yeah, well, listen, we're a tough country, and we're, we handle things, and we're doing that right now with all the different situations going on and people's life that are being affected by different situations. So whether it's with the pandemic or racially, we're attacking the issue and all the way around. And, I'm proud of the way we're doing it, with the exception of any of the violence that goes with it. So we're addressing issues, which becomes important.
Let's go to Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Coach, happy last day of camp. I realized there was so much uncertainty entering the offseason and even to get to this point. How impressed are you that you all were able to pull this camp off, and now you're less than 2 weeks away from the start of the regular season?
Yeah, well, there was some responsibility that took place with the players and taking care of themselves, and the coaches taking care of themselves just physically with the virus surrounding the different areas. So we were able to work our way through it, and I thought we got things accomplished. And the guys stayed focused and on the job at hand. So I was proud of it and proud of the guys the way all of us handled it. The organization. I mean, the plan that they had: Rick Burkholder, Mark Donovan, Mitch Reynolds, and Kirsten was involved during the summer. These people gave up their summers to make sure that we could pull this off safely. Rocco, who's in charge of our facility here, and his crew. So it's important though that we don't pull the pedal off the gas here, that we continue on in all the directions that have been presented this camp. So, and then we continue to focus on the things we need to do, not only to play the Texans, but also going forward, obviously with the racial situations.
Go to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach, raising the flag is just another one of the steps in, celebrating the Super Bowl. For you, what kind of emotions, going through your mind out there watching the flag going up, and how much are you looking to be able to celebrate that with at least 16,000 people on Thursday night?
Yeah, well, it's a neat deal. So I think, it's phenomenal. The thing we've done though, we tried to focus the best we can on just going forward, but this was a great kind of cap on it, as I'm sure at the beginning of Thursday will. But the Texans are coming to town, so we understand that, and we've got to make sure we're ready for a heck of a football team. We know how good they are, and heck, we played them enough and gone back and forth with these guys, and so it should just be a phenomenal game for the fans and those people watching on TV. And it's exciting for the coaches and players to get ready to have that kind of competition to open with.
Let's go Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Good morning, Coach. With this being super unique, I imagine we won't talk to you until you start Texans week at the end of next week. I just was wondering what happens with the team between now and the cut-down date.
Yeah, so they'll get a day off tomorrow, and then they'll be back at it. We'll start our in-season type practices. Not that we're necessarily working all Texans. That's not necessarily what we're doing, but we're getting them used to these in-season practices where you have the walkthrough in the morning, the practice in the early afternoon, and that kind of routine that they'll be going through once we start the Texans week. It's really not different than what we've done in the past when we break camp at St. Joe. We come back and we do the same thing. So
Looks like we've got two more hands up. Let's go Darren and then Todd to close it out. Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, Coach. Good morning to you.
Yeah.
A couple questions. Obviously, you raised the banner and stuff up today. When do you all receive your Super Bowl rings? And then secondly, how does opening up the season differ on a Thursday night like you did against New England a few years ago compared differently to open up on the Sunday?
Yeah, so we get the Super Bowl rings here pretty quick. I think they're going to probably announce that here somewhere. I'm going to leave that up to Ted to announce it, but it's put the pressure back on him. It's coming though, and our players are fired up about it, and we'll just it should be a great evening and an opportunity then to move forward and kind of put that behind you and get ready for the next season. And then hit me with that last part that you.
Yes, sir. No. So how does starting or opening up on a Thursday night differ from a Sunday when you all like played New England a few years ago and now you're open up the season? How does that differ from normal preparation than you would?
Yeah. So the days are different by name, but really they're the same by season. So we'll still have the Monday, the Tuesday, even though it's a different day of the week, but we'll treat it the exact same way that we have in the past and get ourselves ready to go. We started early, so there was a little bit of you're the first show to start here, and everybody's watching, both us and the Texans, but listen, everybody's in it now and they're grinding their way through it, and it'd be good just to get to game week and get ourselves headed in one direction, and that's getting ready to play, the Texans.
Go to Todd Lebo to close it out. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Coach, you're coming off winning the Super Bowl, so it's obviously you've got a very good team, but as you've made it through camp, what are the biggest areas of concern you have with your squad right now, if any?
Yeah, well, we've got a couple of guys nicked up, but not much. And, but you want to get everybody healthy and ready to go and maintain that through the next less than couple of weeks here. So before we get ready, but at the same time, stay in good football shape, which they've worked hard to put themselves in to. And then really it's like every first game, you've got to prepare for a variety of things because you don't know exactly what the menu they're going to present to you. So you've got to make sure offensively, defensively, and special teams that you have many of the bases covered as you can. And at the same time, get yourself ready with whatever you're going to do. And it's always nice at the end of camp to be able to narrow it down. You have this huge menu that you're working off of with plays on both sides of the ball. And all of a sudden now you can kind of focus it in, and it's almost a relief to the players that they don't have to memorize 1,000 plays, but you can narrow it down to their, the base stuff that you're going to go into the game with.
Coach, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you during camp too, folks. Thank you.